When I first saw the show for Invincible, I first thought about Static Shock. The animation actually reminded me of it a lot. I actually didn't watch the show for a year later because I didn't have Amazon Prime. So here's the story. I actually was buying something, probably I think it was just like a gift for somebody, and I needed to get this gift as early as possible, right? And so Amazon told me that I needed to get their membership or whatever. So I did that and I actually got it. But the thing is, I did not know that you actually do get Amazon Prime with your orders from Amazon. So that was cool. I didn't notice that until like probably 3 days before they actually had to pay. So that was cool. And so in those last 3 days, I actually give Amazon Prime a try, and it's actually pretty good. It actually has good stuff on there. They're showing the Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings TV show, and I also saw the TNT's Animal Kingdom. I've been watching that show for a few years, and I had no idea it was out on Amazon Prime, so I was able to catch up with that, and also Invisible, the Amazon Prime original itself, created by Robert Kirkman, and the artist's name is Corey Walker. So it was really cool to actually watch this show, man. Man, Nolan. I'm talking about Mark, aka Invisible's father, Omni Man. Jesus Christ. I was not expecting that at all. I was really surprised at how this story unfolded. Episode 1, it was just like a normal superhero episode you will find like in a Spider-Man movie, anything similar like that. But like the actual ending of that first episode, that caught me by surprise. I did not see that Omni-Man was going to kill everybody in the Guardians of the Globe. That was insane. No idea why would he do that. But eventually we were going to find out, right? Because we actually did find out by the ending of episode 8. So like this story is mostly about Mark, who is voiced by Steven Yeun. He's actually the actor who played Glenn in The Walking Dead. So it was pretty cool to hear his voice, and also J.K. Simmons, who plays Omni Man. He's from the original Spider-Man trilogy movies, the ones that Sam Raimi made. He played as Jonah Jameson in those movies. So it was actually pretty cool to hear his voice as Omni Man. This story, I gotta say, is pretty good. It's pretty neat. It's mostly like a high school story. In the first episode, Mark, who is the main character, he's like barely turned 18 or 17. He's just a young guy just starting up with all these superhero responsibilities. So it was cool to see him transition into more of a, I'm not gonna say like a novice, not yet. He's still like learning to become a superhero throughout this whole season. So in this season, he got to learn about his race, about where his father actually came from. He's told him in the first episode that he was from planet Voltron, but he forgot to mention one big thing that actually might have changed how he would have become later on in the series. The one thing that he did not mention to him was that in his planet, Nolan's planet, aka Omni-Man, there were actually people that rule other universes. They were like conquerors that took over everybody else's place and stuff. And so that was an insane twist that they actually pulled out for episode 8. The main reason why he did that was because he was assigned to Earth. He was assigned to Earth to rule over them one day. The crazy part is that Omni-Man, he did not know whether he was going to be living there for quite a long time. Actually, he was just there for at least 20 years. And he mentioned to his son, Invincible, which is Mark as a normal form. He told them that is just a speck of his lifespan. He could live up to thousands and thousands of years. Or maybe not thousand, but he could live a very long time. And we also got to see Mark's friends, his friend that he always hangs out with, and his girlfriend that he actually got to actually fall in love with him. He was trying to protect her from a bully, right? And so the thing is that Mark was trying to stand up to the bully. And once he did that, he took like at least a few punches from the bully. And that's when she actually fell in love with him. I think her name is Amber. Wait, hold on. Let me check my facts. Yes, it's actually Amber Bennett. They went out throughout the season. But the thing is that he had to keep his secret safe from his friends, especially his girlfriend. He could not show that he was invisible to anybody other than the other girl that he met, that he did not know that they go to the same school. And her name is Adam Eve. And the reason how they got to know each other was because she actually joined the Guardians of the Globe group. And also there's other characters as well, like Monster Girl, Rexplode, and others that join. They needed a new team to become the new Guardians of the Globe because it was an emergency and they needed new people to take their place. There were a few people that actually thought that Omni Man was the one who actually killed everybody in the Guardians of the Globe. And they were actually right. One of the people that actually knew that they were very sure that he actually committed the crime was Damien Darkblood. And also the guy that is in charge of every superhero in this world, even the government itself. His name is Cecil. He was suspicious of him, including Nolan's wife, Debbie. Around episode 4 or 5, that's when she started noticing that something was very off about Nolan. He was acting very different ever since his son, Mark, actually got his powers. And the reason why he was acting so suspicious and like very different around like his wife and everybody else was, one, because he committed the crime against killing everybody in the Guardians of the Globe. And the second one was that because he wanted his son to actually join him and to take over Earth. Now that epic battle they had on episode 8, damn, it's so cool. That whole fighting scene at the ending, it was just so epic as well. It just tells a really good story, and you actually do care about the main character. You actually do care that if he actually does succeed in beating him or not. But unfortunately, he did not. He wasn't able to actually beat his father, which was the crazy part. You mostly see that the hero always beating the villain, right? But this time we don't. We don't see that in this show. That's what kind of actually makes this show kind of realistic as well. Like, say if this wasn't an animation show and it was like a live action TV show, it'll be kind of the same thing, right? But like in live action form. The writing was really perfect in this season. You could tell like there was a lot of emotion on the characters, and just the writing, it was on point. And the thing is about this series, there's a lot of blood. Not many people like that, but it was a really awesome show. The characters, they're pretty good overall. There really isn't that bad of a character. Probably Rex. I don't know. I just didn't like him, but that's how he is written. Probably you're supposed to hate him, but maybe not. Like I mentioned already, the last and final battle between Invincible and Omni Man, it was the most important part of this whole season, because since his father wanted to rule Earth, there was somebody that needed to stop him, and the only person that could stand up to him, who had the same type of powers as Omni Man, who was stronger just as him, was his son, Mark, aka Invincible. Nobody else could come near to his level, so he was the only person that could stop him. But Invincible wasn't that experienced just yet in this first season. It's kind of ironic that this show is called Invincible, right? But like in almost every single episode, he kind of gets beaten a lot. He sometimes gets beaten a lot, and most of the episodes he comes out bloody, and he needs to go to the hospital. But it was pretty epic how they actually did this show. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully the second season would just be just as great as the first one. To be honest, guys, I gotta give season 1 of Invincible a 10 out of 10. It's really exciting to watch the show. I think you will enjoy it as well. If you're really into the superhero stuff like Marvel or DC, the MCU, and all that stuff, you will really enjoy this show. And maybe I would have never seen this show if I didn't get Amazon Prime by accident. So it was really cool to actually see this show a year later after it initially came out on Amazon Prime. What do you guys think about this show? Are you enjoying so far what's happening on this show? I know there's actually the comics that are out for Invincible, but for me, I'm planning on I'm not reading the comic books. I'm just waiting on the actual show itself. That's what I basically do. If there's already a show out that was based off a book, I'll just like to wait for the TV show or movie to come out. Some probably might not like that, but that's just me. I prefer to actually watch the TV show or movie. Anyways, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Did you enjoy season 1 of Invincible, or you didn't enjoy it? Make sure to leave your comments down below on this video. Make sure to follow me on my social medias. Take care and live to the fullest.